Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to FTL. We're in Season 6 now, and we're going to start it off with a brand new ship that we unlocked in Season 5, which is the Federation Cruiser Type B. Nicknamed it the Andaria Mark II. If you remember in some previous season, that wasn't the season we won, so it must have been 1, 2, or 3. I had a ship named the Andaria, which spectacularly failed, so we're going to name it Mark II, and hopefully it works a little better and redeems the name. So Type B. Last time we did the Type A, we got to the last stage of the boss and then died. It was a very close battle. But I said I did like the ship overall. It was a great ship. How do they compare though, the Type A and the Type B? Well, first thing we can look at is the layout of the ship. The Type B has a slightly different layout than the Type A. In the shape of its rooms. The Type B has a little fork split here at the end of it, whereas the Type A does not. It's just straight. Obviously the rooms are in different places. I'm not going to go over that because there's nothing here that stands out to me too much. Both med bays are in the middle of the ship-ish, and that's about all I need to see. I guess the med bay is a little farther away from most of the rooms on the Type B, but not a big deal for me. One thing I will point out though is the air vents, and by air vents I mean doors that are on the outside of the ship. The Type B has a much better system of air vents. Any room can be extinguished from reasonably close from the ship. I think the longest distance away is probably the weapons and shields room, and that's not horrible, but most ships are, or rooms, not ship, most rooms are pretty close to an air vent. Whereas in the Type A, you've got the only air vents are on the very front and the very back, so if the shields catch on fire, venting's not really an option unless you want to starve a lot of your ship from oxygen. Again, Type B, you've got air vents towards the front of the back on both sides and in the middle, so every room is very close to an air vent. I kind of like that if there are fires, especially if we run into a star, we're going to be better prepared than if we had the Type A. Systems, the only difference is that the Type B has an extra upgrade in the artillery beam. You can see that, just has an extra one. Good, I guess, it's free scrap. I think it usually costs, what, 30 scrap? Yep, 30 scrap. So that's 30 scrap I don't have to spend an artillery beam should I choose to upgrade that. Let's move on to crew. This is where I start to have qualms about the Type B. I think the Type A has spoiled me. It pretty much has the ultimate team. A Mantis, a Rockman, and an NG. Those are by far my favorite aliens. Rockman be my favorite, and then Mantis, then NG, although the Mantis and NG really depends on what kind of ship I'm running. I've got a human, which, you know, meh, but at least it doesn't have any weaknesses. I'd rather replace that with another Rockman, personally. Or perhaps an NG, but I'm not really going to complain. That's probably the best team out of all the ships I have. Type A, it's got the other two aliens as well as a human. The thing I'm thinking about this is more of a long-term crew, as in it doesn't really become as useful until later in the game. And I say this because if you see the Zoltan here, it's fairly weak in combat, and that's going to be a major downside in the beginning of the game. Where combat is definitely harder if I run into it. Like if someone boards my ship, the Zoltan's pretty much useless because it only has 70 health. And yeah, it's just pretty bad at combat. It's probably worse than the NG because at least the NG can tank damage for longer. But yeah, Zoltan's not the best. Slug, it's basically a human, but I don't really need to upgrade my sensors because I can see where all the enemies are anyway. So I guess that'll save me, what, 25 scrap later down the line, but personally I'd rather have a Mantis, NG, or Rockman in replace of that. But what are you gonna do? So crew, I'm kind of meh. I think normally if I had the just seen the Kestrel and then seen this ship, I would have been a little more enthusiastic, but I think the Type A of the Federation cruisers spoiled me a little bit with this awesome starting crew. Weapons, dual lasers, how does it compare to the Burst Laser Mark II? It only takes up 1 energy, compared to 2 for the Burst Laser Mark II, and only fires 2 shots though. It's more cost efficient in terms of lasers, but long term this isn't going to be as useful as a weapon. Just because it only fires 2 shots instead of 3, and yes, every shot does count in this game. 1 shot can be the difference between getting a hit on a shield system or not. So, its other weapon is the Lido missile launcher. It's basically a very weak version of the Artemis, which is the missile launcher on the Kestrel ship. Only requires 1 power, very quick recharge time. Not a weapon that's going to be useful long game. Overall, what I'm seeing from the ship is there's definitely some contradictions. We have a more long-term altered crew, and we also have a very short-term weapon system. So that tells me what I'm going to need to focus on is weapons, shields, as many engines as I can. Artillery beam, if possible, in the future. I found the artillery beam in the last game. It really didn't bear any fruit until it was fully upgraded with all 4 power slots filled, just because it takes so long to charge, but it is a very powerful weapon once charged. Yeah, but just 40 seconds at the beginning of the game is pretty much useless. Unless I'm in a sort of stalemate, the battle's probably over by then. So, I think without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Playing on easy mode, as usual. Okay. Normal start. Actually, before we do that, let's move our guys into position. Zoltan on engines, you on shields, and I guess we'll throw energy into all our weapons. Only 40-second charge time on the artillery beam now. Well, let's get started. Kind of want to hit that nebula just for more time, so we're gonna go. We'll go south for now. If you can go south in a video game, or a space game, reject their offer. Okay, so they have a bomb and a laser. Not too worried about this ship. Probably not going to be able to do any damage from the looks of it. Probably not. No, because the laser takes too long to recharge, and my shields will recharge by then. So hopefully I can toy with the ship and not have to worry about too much. Bombs a systemless room for some reason. Don't know why. Let's see. Put it on weapons, I guess. It's gonna take out both his weapons. A decent amount of scrap, but I'd rather have fuel, so I'm gonna see if I can get some more scrap out of them. Okay, they've already got the shields repaired, unfortunately for me, so let's take them out again. And then the artillery beam's probably gonna sweep through and end this game. Like that, right up the middle, didn't have a chance. 19 scrap, 2 fuel, definitely better to go for the KO. Don't regret that decision in the least. Should we head up? Hit the system, then come back down? I think so. What do we got going over here? Defend the outpost. Okay, what do we got? This one has a missile launcher, so we are going to take some damage from the ship. Nothing we can really do about that. First laser, and it's going for my shields. And there's a fire, unfortunately. Hopefully the slug guy can take care of that. Let's put our lasers on his shields and fire a missile at his weapons. Damage his shields, and we do take out the missile launcher, but barely, not in time. That's going to hit the med bay, so we're going to have no med bay going on. Unfortunately, hopefully the slug guy can repair that. Let's make sure the weapons stay down, because I do not want that missile launcher coming back online. Slug guy, are you almost done? Slug guy is almost done. Oh no, their weapons are back online. I'm going to take the weapons out again. Oh, they get the shields up right in time. We're going to take some damage from that laser shot, and it's going to go for my shields again. Ugh, but the artillery beam does work, takes out engines and oxygen for them. My slug guy's hurting bad. Let's just finish off this ship. And we get a decent amount of stuff. Oh, but we get more stuff from the base we just defended, which is awesome. Slug guy's hurting though, and the shields are not back up yet, but they are now. Okay, and you can go fix the med bay and heal yourself up. In the meantime, let's slap some more shields on the ship. Only after 2 battles too. That's pretty good. Level 2 shields. Poop. I guess we don't have the enough energy for the med bay though, so we're gonna have to turn off what? What do we want to turn off? Something has to be sacrificed. Let's take off oxygen, put it into med bay, and then we can switch it around. Because I don't really want to take any energy off anything else right now. Maybe engines, but right now I can just play tag team with the oxygen and med bay room. Not a big deal. Ship. No, I want to jump. Jump back down here. See what's going on. Guess we're a little more prepared if we run into an asteroid field now, which is good. Investigate. Oh yes, a blue option. Communicate telepathically. And we get an NG crew member. That's awesome. That's pretty good. That kind of complements this team well, because we don't really have anyone who's ideal for repairing stuff, but now we do, which tells me we're going to be a very defensively oriented ship. Where can you go? Where are you most useful? I guess weapons, but you're going to be our guy. If anything goes down, you're going to be taken out right away, I think. Hopefully level 2 shields at this stage should prevent that from happening too often. Moving on. Aid the civilian ship, I should think. Oh, I can use hotkeys for choosing stuff, can't I? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Little drone. Not really afraid of this ship. The bomb's the only thing that can go through my shield, so that's not going to do any damage. Okay, taking down his shields. See, this dual laser just doesn't really cut it though. Doors are ioned, but not a big deal. I don't really want to waste a missile, so we're gonna keep bombarding without using it. See if we can damage those weapons. The bomb misses, and his ion bomb is taken down. Not that it would really have done much. And the artillery beam finishes off the assault drone. It's okay reward, and then we get even further reward from the civilian ship. Awesome, awesome. Where do we want to spend our scrap? I guess we could throw some more into engines. That probably wouldn't hurt. Or I guess we could have saved it in case we found a store, but you know what? Let's just dump it. 25% dodge chance is pretty good. Lead them to their destination. Quest marker. Where's the quest marker? It's up there by the exit, so we can kind of make that sort of movement. Yeah, let's head straight there to the nebula. Sure. Another quest marker. Where's that? I can go from here to here to here to here to here, maybe. That rebel, we probably can do that. Could probably do that. Hopefully we can. Let's attack the automated ship. It's got a missile launcher, unfortunately. And it's going to get the missile launcher off before my dual lasers can get off, unfortunately. But we're going to use a missile launcher and take out their weapons, hopefully. And the missile misses, which is good for us. Unfortunately, he chooses to take down his burst weapon instead of his missile launcher, which is unfortunate. It Apparently it's a very weak missile launcher though, so I'm not too worried about it. But I take down his weapons fully. And let's take down his piloting so he has no dodge chance. So there's Zoltan guy he's doing pretty well. Artillery laser is gonna come in here and just mess the shit up. Yep, easy win. Investigate the station. Got a free drone which we can sell. I don't think we're gonna be getting drone systems at this point. Maybe we will, but I don't see it in the future. I'm trying to think, like, I think we can do Nebula, this quest, that quest, then exit, I think. I'm trying to judge the distance. With the Nebula, they'll be slowed down, so that's what I'm banking on. It's going to be slowed down enough. Okay, nothing happens, so that was completely useless and unnecessary risk. Quest marker. Let's bombard their key structures. Okay, so we're gonna engage them. Let's see. Their weapons are not gonna be able to hurt me, it looks like. So I'm not gonna use my missiles. Save those up. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're it's a single shot laser, and then the beam weapon's going to do absolutely nothing against my shields. I think my regular dual lasers and my artillery laser are going to, artillery beam, they're going to do just fine. There we go, we injure his shields. Going to be more vulnerable to my dual lasers now. We're going to make sure those shields stay down. Fortunately, he gets the repair off, which is unfortunate, which means he's probably going to get this one, except my artillery beam comes in and destroys that. Cool, decent amount of fuel, Let's jump up and hit this quest. I can't remember. Oh, we're guiding NG ships. Okay, I didn't need the patch up, but we can buy humans, should we so desire. Oh, someone's playing Dota 2. Drone control, do we want it? What drone do I have again? I have a system repair. That's pretty bad. So if I buy the drone room, then I would be banking on what? I'd be banking on getting some sort of attacking drone maybe, or defensive drone, better yet. Or I could get a crew teleporter. We don't have an offensively based crew, so that's probably not worth the money. This is kind of a tough choice for me. Like, I could take the scrap I have now and then just make sure I have an ultra defensive ship. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think this ship really needs the drones. Crew members, not if they're human at this point. I don't really need extra crew that don't really have an extra function to them. Let's upgrade the artillery beam, question mark? Yeah, that seems like a smart decision. So it's 30 seconds charge time now? 30 seconds, that's pretty good. Only really viable as a good weapon when it's fully upgraded, but distress signal, I guess I could hit that real quick because I can get to the exit from there, so can jump up and visit that. Calm down the infected, and we're gonna get a reward for that. It's pretty awesome. And let's hit that exit, and we're gonna have to get out of here. Explore the asteroid field, get 3 fuel. Wow, that's pretty surprising. Let's see. Uncharted Nebula, NG controlled. Again, let's go Uncharted. It's so hard to choose. Let's go Uncharted. Kind of dangerous this early in the game, but I'm gonna risk it, guys. I'm gonna risk it. I guess we can meander around, maybe make a U shape or something like that. Yeah, let's head here. Problem with these is fuel can be a problem. Open fire, I think. Their weapons aren't going to be able to do anything to me. Good for me. Waiting for weapons to charge up. Dual lasers, go. Hurt their shields, but if this guy's anything like the last ship, he's going to be able to get the repair in. Like that. Unfortunately, that is the problem with this ship, is the dual laser really can't do anything. And we are, oh, the artillery laser does work. Artillery beam, I keep getting beam and laser mixed up. Laser beam, I think. Good. Let's head up here, see what's going on. Let's attack the ship. Weapons can't do anything to me. Let's fire on their shields. Yeah, it's situations like this where I really wish I had the burst laser Mark II. Unfortunately, the dual lasers just doesn't cut it sometimes. There we go. Take down another splotch of shields. Gets it back up though, unfortunately. Dual laser's more like a staller until you can get the artillery beam to go through. So their oxygen is cut off right now. They're not doing anything about that, which makes me question why they're doing that, because they're gonna starve eventually if I keep stalling them. Boom, boom. Gonna injure them more. At this point, like, what are you doing? Why aren't you repairing that? It must be working at some capacity, but okay, it's a win without taking any. I don't think we've taken damage this run yet, which is pretty good in my opinion. Heading down here, what do we got? Black market trader. Let's attack the ship. Not gonna. Maybe I should have gone for the weapon though. Yeah, I probably should have now in hindsight, but the ship can't do anything to me, so hopefully I get a weapon as a reward. That would be nice. And 65 scrap, that's a risk, especially I don't know what kind of weapon it would be. Let's take out the weapons array. So they have not that they could do anything to me before. No. I'm not going to surrender for that amount of scrap. That's a hideously low amount of scrap at this point. Weapons are 100 plus 50, so 150 scrap to upgrade shields. Did I say weapons before? Meant shields. The rebel fleet's just peeking out through the map. Yeah. Oh, and we run into an ion storm. Let's search the wreckage for survivors and equipment. And we get an extra guy. It's just a human, but would have liked another slug, but where do I want to put this guy? I need to get out of here because my oxygen is offline. Let's head down here. Okay, all my stuff goes back online. Boop boop. Nothing happening in the system right now, but I don't need the medbay online. I don't know where to put this guy. Maybe I should put him up here. I really don't know. Yeah, I just don't know where to put him. Maybe down here, or maybe here. I don't know. I don't really need that wing of my what'd you call it, ship. So it's like do I want to put someone up there, or let's head over here and see what's up. Nothing there. Dang.